Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lily with Insightful Guidance and Mindful Beauty. Today I'm going to be going over the energy of the week, September 1st through the 7th of September 2025. My fire signs. So we have Saturn, the planet of discipline, the godfather of just like making sure that you do everything in order and you don't skip any steps, is in retrograde to Pisces. So it's really going to ask you guys to redefine your boundaries on balancing your passions with your responsibilities. And if you have a hard time doing those things, then this week is really going to hone in on you focusing on getting through it. Like I said in the other videos of the other elements, earth and water, I just did, we're going through this like threshold of energy where we're coming out of Mercury retrograde, but we're also Saturn retrograde. Mercury, Uranus in midweek is asking us also to like redefine how we communicate our boundaries and things like that. So like this energy is very intense. By the end of the week we have a lunar eclipse on the 7th with the full blood full moon. So it's like an ending to something, but it's also redefining like your goals, your passions, your careers, your responsibilities. Like my fire signs are going through a overhaul on like everything. Like if you were doing a certain career the last 10-15 years, this is the time where you're just like, I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna incorporate it with this, or I'm gonna change it like that, or I'm not doing it at all. Also with relationships, there's a like I get a hard nope, not having it this time with fire sign. So let's see, a win-win outcome is forecasted. And so that comes very clear to me, that when you fire signs get into the energy of understanding that you are not gonna get a pass, there is no shortcut for your ass, that you will win. You will just have to lay down the law of not letting your pride get in your way, not getting, unfocused, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. Don't let pride get in the way. I love these cards, my moon cards, for my fire signs, because I am getting very strongly that my fire signs have been, either on a break, but still there's something like uncomfortable that's going on in their break. But no matter what, they're going to get past this. They're going to get up, they're going to brush it off, and they're going to do what's necessary in order for them to get back to winning. And that is the case of my fire signs. My fire signs are so resilient in the fight of, feeling good and doing things their way. Visualize, how you see your day, your way going in a very smooth, ease, and graceful manner. And own it so that you don't feel bad about it. That your kids are, you're not defensive, you're not waiting, or if you're waiting patiently with more grace and less scattered energy. Like this energy is asking, we're still in Virgo season. Happy birthday, my Virgos. But it's asking us to don't be so defensive. Don't be so like, just because it happened to me in the past, it's going to happen to me again in the future. And, determine what it is that you want to achieve in your career, in your love life, in your all the things. Like really be, strong about, or definitive, or just really, you guys know how to be resilient. You guys know how to you know, brush it off and keep it moving, and even laugh about it, especially my Sagittarians. They really know how to like trip, fall, and get up and be like, oh, I'm so cute. I'm so hot. You know what I mean? Like Saggies especially. So it's like, well, okay, so then if you know this, like, get your shit. Like, you have a lot of projects on the table. It's going to take a really long time to organize them, but it doesn't mean that you don't have fun, you don't party or organize a party, or you don't, you know, don't feel guilty for being who you are and still getting down to business. You know you're going to do it. A lot of my fire signs are not having fun, or it's a lot of responsibilities that is supposed to look like fun, but it still feels like a responsibility, so it's not fun, you know. But it's gonna be okay. Just one of my lights went out. You're gonna have a good partnership. I love that there's the 10 of Cups here, so you know, it's, you know, all of the sacrificing and all of the heartache and all of the heaviness and all the heaviness from the past is going to let you know this week that your suffering didn't go in vain, and that even though your heart is heavy, or you lost or something or several things in the last whatever time frame, 3 months, 3 years, doesn't matter. I see three twice. It doesn't mean that this is always going to be like this at all. There is, and you got it twice, the 10 of Cups and a win-win outcome. You know, there is a reward. There is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow type of thing. There is, and I feel like, I think what happened with my fire signs is that there's just been the 9 of Wands, years of having to defend a situation, having to wear all the hats and have all the pressure and do all the things by themselves. This is a person that's alone with all of this energy and all of this wisdom and all of these responsibilities and all of these gained hardships, but like trophies of, like, you know, it didn't come without a struggle. It didn't come easy at all. Nothing was handed over without some sort of consequence. For my fire signs, it has been, you know, like such quick up and downs of like, get up, do it again, get up, put your lipstick on, look pretty, like you never got smacked. You know, it's been like that for a very long time, and to the point where it's just like, this energy is not lining up to my intentions. This heaviness in my heart, this pain, these losses are not aligning with the effort and work that I'm putting into it. What the, how come this doesn't make any sense? Like, I'm showing up, I'm here, I'm doing the thing. I'm taking breaks, I'm getting up, but I'm doing the thing. Why isn't things manifesting or unfolding in the way that you plan? The energy is asking, or you letting you know that it's not over. This is just the process. The process to you feels drawn out and very long, and it could be, and yes, you know, it's all valid and true. Like, okay, when am I going to be able to breathe? But the 10 of Cups is telling me, and the win-win situation and the partnership and alliances, get very organized. Get ready that when the button is pressed, if you're not ready, you're going to be scattered crazy all over the place. You're going to go. But do you want to go with all the balls up in the air, trying to reach and trying to hold on to the keys and the going and the flight and the this and the that? Or do you want to be like, I was ready for this moment and I am What do you need? Here you go. Got that. Covered. Like, very smooth landing. You're not going to get tossed up in the air where you have to like, ah! No, you're going to glide in more gracefully with love. And no, like, you've come to a different phase in your life where you don't have to repeat the same patterns, behave the same way, talk to the same people the way that you did before. If you have to continue talking to a certain individual that has given you a hard time in the past, you know now through the lessons and through personalities and through all the things that the way that you communicate is not going to land the way that you hope or intend or wish for. But because you keep showing up, and now you're showing up with love, and now you're showing up more peaceful, now you're showing up calmer, now you're showing up more patient, and now you're showing up with more knowledge and wisdom and grounding. Whatever that person, place, or thing does, unfolds, says, happens, plays out, it's not going to affect you the same. It's not. You have a soulmate, you have soulmates, you have support, you have love, you have people who are waiting for you to be good. And then you have other people who don't believe that you will, and don't give a shit and don't care, and are sick of the same cycle of shit, and they clipped if they're gone, or that's the heartache, maybe that's the loss. People that you thought were there for you really aren't there for you, and now you realize it, and you're just like, damn, man, I really wasn't. Ooh, you got love again. My fire signs are gonna come into a love relationship that really feels aligned to the pain and the wisdom and the growth that they have been through, and that person feels like they've been through the same already as well, so they can meet them at a really grounded place to begin, with an energy that's more, it's weird, it's interesting because it's feminine and masculine that I'm feeling. I mean, obviously, not obviously, because I don't have to read gender, you know, it could be you on the same team. It doesn't have to be opposites. It could be the same. It just is that this feels like a true supportive union. It feels like if it's business, you're going to align with people who understand your vision, who have your back, who holds themselves accountable to doing what they say they're going to do. And so it makes it easier for you to work. You know what I mean? Like, for me, the hardest thing for me in business is to work with somebody who says they're going to do something and then they don't do it. Like, why am I partnering with you if you're not making the moves that I know are necessary in order for us to move forward? So you're going to meet more people that are on your page, see your vision, and are ready to pull the trigger and actually pull the trigger. And then there's that dance, you know, that energetic dance of back and forth, spinning around, up and down. You catch each other, you're on beat, you know, everything's kind of like flowing in a way. Look, and I shuffled these cards. And they're coming out again. I had them. It's almost like a repeat message for my other elements of earth, water, and now fire. It's like once they understand their boundaries and discipline themselves between their work and their playtime, their passions, once they really hone in on getting that done, and they get on the other side of all the mental repeat crazy chatter that's not working, they get to really secure themselves, feel love, and then they meet love. You know what I mean? I get love is around the corner for my fire signs. If you're already in a relationship, then it's like you have more clients coming in, or your business is, you know, picking up and things are moving in a more easy, loving way. It feels like my fire signs are really going to enjoy September, October, even the end of the year. Like, they feel more connected to, man, there's a lot of shit going on in the world, but I just want to love this. I just want to love this. I just want to love that. I just want to love this person. I just want to love the situation. I want to enjoy what I'm experiencing. Like, I don't want any more hard lessons. Like, I had enough of the hardship, and I get it, and I lived in it, and I got my stripes, and I could say that, you know, my fire signs can say that they've been through it all, and they still come back to themselves in a way that's authentic, real, and loving. That's for my fire signs who are more spiritually evolved, higher consciousness, higher Christ consciousness, that wants to serve from higher light. You know, I really feel like they're getting clarity on how that works. My last message for my fire signs, which are my Aries, Leos, and Sagittariuses. There's a lot of wisdom here about people, personalities, places, and things that they've experienced. There's a lot of clarity and wisdom, and just like boundaries now. Like, I understand how I'm going to give to this person, how much time I'm going to spend in the room, on the conversation, on the project, and then I'm going to move on, and I'm not going to attach myself to what I've just experienced. I've contributed in a way that's healthy, and then I'm going to continue doing that on my next experience through life. And every time somebody triggers my crazy, I'm going to go back to grounding myself and seeing how much can I give here, how much can I take there. I really feel like my fire signs are coming into a place of balance, really balancing their energy and allowing themselves to cry, to be upset, to be angry, and then realize, okay, this is done. Now, get up. What's next? What do I have to do? Let's go. Because, I have to say that personally, for me, it's very much like, girl, you ain't got no time to be sad. You don't got no time to be down. You're a child. You need this. You need that. And if certain people are just not stepping up to things that need to be done, okay, be upset. But then I gotta get up and keep it going. Because time just waits for nobody. And, the sooner you accept that, and the more that you get a balance in your situation, the happier you'll be, the faster that partnership comes in. Because you're allowed and you deserve to have a great partner and a great relationship and a great job, career. It's important to have that love, to have that, both energies, the yin and the yang, the dark and the white, the black and the white, to have that peace. I think my fire signs, after feeling abandoned or chaotic and conflict and relationships that didn't work out, are like, there's no place like home, and home is peace and freedom. And I gotta do everything it takes, whatever it takes, to feel that peace, to feel that freedom, because then everything else falls into place. It comes first. So I hope that helped for my fire signs, my Aries, Leos, and Sagittariuses. If you'd like a personal reading, I am still open for bookings at mindfulbeautylife.com. And I wish you guys the best. You can also buy me a coffee. The links are below in the description box. It does take an exchange of energy and support. Again, I think I said this. I don't know if I said it in this video because I feel like I said so much. But I wasn't going to do these, or I wasn't in the mood to do these, or I didn't, I don't know. Then I thought, this is not for me. I know that I've gotten incredible feedback from people who have had readings with me to say that I've helped them in some way, and that's what matters, that I've helped somebody in a way that elevated them to really fill in their true purpose in life, you know, from the highest light, which is always love. All right, I hope this helped. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great week. Bye.